Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this edition of Jabbering with John. Today, my guest is Patti Malay. Patti is the personal care administrator and has primary responsibilities for Terrace Crossing. So, Patti, I think maybe before we get started on kind of your biography and association with Brethren Village, perhaps you can help our viewers understand a little bit more what exactly is personal care.
Yeah, sure. So personal care is a fantastic bridge between residential living for those who require a little bit extra care but are mostly independent. So most of our residents in personal care do almost everything for themselves and just need to know that that assistance is available for them if they need it.
Okay, well, that's pretty short and sweet.
It is.
But for our residents, maybe those that are in independent living, they may have some questions about, okay, well, I can't just move into Terrace Crossing or Village Manor. What might be some of those things that are required, or I should say, what are some of the admission requirements that they can get that extra help?
Sure. So we help with ADLs, which are your activities of daily living, as well as your IADLs, which would be things like managing your finances, going to the grocery store, getting some of your personal needs. Most of our personal care residents do allow us to manage their medications, so they no longer have to worry about getting their medications, getting their refills, taking their medications on time. We also do provide 3 meals a day, so that you no longer need to worry about cooking for yourself. You certainly can have snacks and things like that between meals, but your main meals are all provided by us here at Brethren Village.
Okay, well, that's helpful. That's really helpful. So, Patti, you've been with Brethren Village for how long?
I've been here about 3 years. Started here in the courtyards actually as an admissions counselor for the courtyards and the rehab center. Then I did leave briefly and returned because I did miss Brethren Village, and I came back here to the courtyards as the activities manager for the courtyards. So enjoyed that job, but kind of was interested in personal care because it's something honestly I didn't know a lot about, but wanted to get to know more about. And so after doing some research and the position was available here, I decided to go for it.
So, what intrigues you about personal care?
Personal care, I think, is very interesting because of the independence of the residents. And so there's a lot of different social interaction that can occur. The residents have so many familiar items in their apartments that are wonderful ways to just start conversations and just learn about their life experiences. So it is very different from skilled care in the sense that the independence level is there, but also the conversations are just wonderful. I do enjoy those.
Now, having an interest in working in personal care doesn't mean that you just applied for a personal care administrator position. Maybe you can help our viewers understand a little bit more what you had to do in order to earn the credentials to be Brethren Village's personal care administrator.
Yes, so I actually had to go back to school. Something I haven't done since 1997. So it was, I went to class. It was actually Zoom. Now, in the days of COVID, we did not meet together. So I had to complete a 100-hour course. And then I had to pass the exam for the licensing as well. So my course was actually offered through Temple University. So it was something different to actually have to sit down and listen to an instructor and then retain information and take a test, which I, again, had not had to do since 1997.
But it seems like you did pretty well.
Thankfully, I did. Yes.
I think we're thankful too. So, as you get licensed, maybe you can help our viewers understand who licenses you and how is Terrace Crossing or Village Manor licensed. And what does that mean then in terms of surveys and reporting and all that?
So as part of the personal care home administrator training, you learn a lot of things that would be as far as regulatory, but also different policies, procedures. Pennsylvania is different because not all states have personal care homes. Some only have assisted living. So Pennsylvania does have the personal care home, and so the licensing comes from the state of Pennsylvania. So we are also here at Terrace Crossing and Village Manor. We do have to follow the regulations put forth by the state Department of Human Services. So as far as their regulations, we must follow them. And then they do come here on site to make sure that we are in compliance. And of course, those with everything in the medical field are always changing. So we always have to keep up to date with those items in order to make sure that we're in compliance and giving the best care to the residents here.
You had used the word personal care and assisted living.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that a lot of times when we're describing that level of care between independent living and skilled nursing, we sometimes use those terms interchangeably.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, can they be used interchangeably?
Technically, pretty much, yes. I mean, assisted living has many more levels of care than personal care does. It's all private pay. The charges are all different depending on your personal needs. Personal care, we have different levels of care that the residents would fall into, as opposed to individual charges.
So, like most things in healthcare, it gets complicated. But there are some differences between personal care and assisted living. But we're really fortunate in having people like Patti who can navigate us through what those differences are and also provide high quality, reliable health care in Terrace Crossing and also over in Village Manor.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about who Patti Malay is.
Well, I am really not that interesting, but
What do you mean? You've made it to this show.
I've made it to this.
That our producer tells me all the time that we only have really interesting people
I'm
on
not
the
sure
show.
if I can go much higher than this, but I am actually what my parents used to call an Auslander here to Pennsylvania. Born in Chicago, Illinois. Moved here before starting school. I grew up in Lebanon County. Graduated high school in Lebanon County. Went on to the University of Pittsburgh, where I studied in the School of Social Work, and my focus was on child development. So ironically, I am not working in child development, but I met my husband when I was in Pittsburgh, and now we live here, have 2 children. And so I started my career at Lebanon County Children and Youth Services as a protective caseworker. That job kind of just evolved into all these different things, different social work opportunities, and worked for 18 years at the Lebanon County home as a social worker and as admissions until I came here to Brethren Village.
So in terms of just your own career, you've always been involved in helping people.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about helping people that you like? What do you find rewarding?
I find it rewarding just to have those connections with different people. Sometimes, you meet somebody who you just evolve into a friendly relationship, and then you can develop different ways to assist them then. It does not take a lot to make people happy, if you believe that or not. But little things mean a lot to those people. And so I try to do that. I try to work very hard in making sure I know people's names, first of all, but also just so that if there is a small need I can take care of, I can do that and then build on to help whatever they need in the future.
So you'd shared at the beginning that you came to Brethren Village,
Mm-hmm.
and then you left us.
I did.
But we're very glad you came back
I am
to
too.
that. What is it about working at Brethren Village that you enjoy?
I like the campus atmosphere, actually. I like that there's so many different things going on, different opportunities. The campus itself, of course, is beautiful. The buildings are beautiful. But we have such a robust group of people working here and living here. So, no day is the same as it was the day before, which is something that I need in my own career just because I'm not a desk person. But so here, with all of these different things happening, it was just something that was missed after I left here.
And so you couldn't resist and you came back.
I came back.
Well, we're mighty glad to have you back.
Well, thank you.
Patty. So, now you're a great addition to the team, and I hope you, as Brethren Village residents, get even a better sense of the real talent that we have at Brethren Village. It's rewarding to see Patty move from admissions counselor through the ranks, get additional education, and also earn her personal care license. We are committed to helping our team members advance their careers and grow professionally and personally. And again, I would say it's really a privilege to work with someone of Patty's experience and Patty's talents. So,
Thank you.
well, quite welcome. Glad to have you here on this day. And I would say that, even though your mom calls you an Auslander in this thing, you're pretty much an inlander by now. So you're part of that. So you're part of this Freundschaft here that we call Brethren Village. So with that, I want to say thank you for tuning in. If you see Patty about campus, don't hesitate to let her know that you had an opportunity to see this episode. And for those of you who might be watching this on YouTube, I have it on pretty good authority that Patty's supervision of personal care residents and leadership takes very good care of residents.
Well, thank you.
So thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. So with that, we'll say that this Jabbering with John is coming to an end, and I wish you all a very good day. Thanks.